Hello, everybody. I am here. Hopefully, everything is working properly. Fingers and toes crossed. Sorry for a bit of a delay in stream, although I think I'm on camera at the same time as I was yesterday. Just went actually live a little bit later. We are on a train. Hello. A 65 stream streak pie. You can try to put a decimal point in there, but we know the truth. We know that you hang out in the background and make me hydrate. And you know what? We appreciate the fuck out of that. So thank you for being here, Pie, for 65 streams. And I know you had an insanely high streak before you missed a stream, so thank you for that as well. Mad Lad with first today. Good to see you again. Doing pretty good. It's Wednesday. It's been a weird, kind of rough week for me, but you know what? In a kind of good way. It's getting there. I'm just gonna wait a minute to make sure all of the hydrates have come in before we start tackling those. Welcome, everybody. It is Wednesday. Said that twice. And we are here to get some stuff done. I notice that the train is now moving even when we have not gone into sprint. That was apparently a bug. And I remember somebody asked about that yesterday. So they've patched that. They've had a couple of patches since yesterday. So the train should consistently move now. Sardonisms, hello! I'm now out of points. Source, trust me. Never trust Pi. I don't believe you, Pi, because every time you're like, I'm poor on points, you are like, you still have like thousands of them. Tens of thousands of them. My train is broken. The patch didn't fix it. Sardonisms, try exiting out of the game and going onto Steam. I'll actually, hang on, let me flash this for you. Hopefully you'll be able to see it. Display capture. Boop! Go to here, and if you right-click on the game, there's going to be a thing that says Properties. And if you go in here to installed files, hit Verify Integrity of Game Files, and that should find whatever file did not come through properly in the patch. It's going to take you into your little download manager area, and it's going to check all your files, and it should download that. If this doesn't work, then, and if there's other comments, they did patch again this morning. There was a patch last night, and there was a patch again this morning. There were 2 patches. Check, but I would still try verify the integrity of the game files. And if it doesn't work, you can just add a comment letting them know that you're having the same problem. But I would try that. I only got 49,000 points. That I believe, Pi. The train got derailed. Oh, 40 stream streak for Sardonisms. Hell yeah. Thank you so much for hanging out for 40 streams. Tried it at 7-8 this morning. I opened this an hour ago and got a patch. So I don't know what time zone you're on. It is 10:57 a.m. for me, and I patched around 10 a.m. PST. But I don't know if the patch may have come out before that. I just turned on my Steam for the first time at 10 a.m. this morning. So remember when I was going to lose my streak at 20? And you didn't! Hell yeah. 40 streak, Lego. Hell yeah. Appreciate how quick they were on R to patch. They're pretty good. The team does realize that a lot of people use this for body doubling and rely on it for productivity. I have alternatives. If my game broke, I would be okay, but there are some people who really, really need this program. to help them deal with ADHD and other things. So I think the team is very responsive as they can be. I lost my 9.6, that's 96 stream streak at one point. Would be at 15 by now, aka 150. Pi, we appreciate you. Listen, I don't ever want anyone to feel pressured to be here for any reason. I appreciate when you guys hang out. I appreciate even if you just lurk and don't say anything. Hang on. Got a mini wheat debris left over on my tongue. I don't want anyone to feel pressured to be here for their streaks, but I do want you guys to know that I appreciate, even if you don't have a streak, even if you only ever get a 3-stream streak and then lose it because you have to miss a day, whatever the case, I appreciate everyone being here any amount of time, and I want you to feel like you can choose your own life and your own needs, because I'm going to appreciate you just as much if you're here for 1 stream or 10 streams or 100 streams. I went to my friend's V-Day right after work, so I missed the stream. Yes. And I'm glad that you did, Pi. I'm glad that you went to your friend's birthday, because that is so important. Now, we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 hydrates. A 1. A 2. And a 3. We'll do the other 2 in a minute. You're only here to flood you with water or coffee. I need that sometimes, Pi. I really do. And also, you'll be happy to know that I did drink a half a glass of water before stream started. So I'm not just drinking coffee. Coffee isn't my only hydration today. I did very responsibly drink some water this morning. Okay. So, yesterday, we made this here train. This is our train. This is where we hang out, when we're working, and, oh, I can't go full V from there. This is, our, hang on, let me do a more accommodating activity. This is our outside of our train, where we can hang out outside in the rain and do some work and chill in the bright sunshine, or, you know, not bright sunshine, depending on what time of day it is. And then we also have the interior of the train right here. So this is my train. This is like my cool chill space. Now we have to do a train for Domerin. So if we go back to, this is the default train. This is what we started with, and this is what we transformed it into, which I'm pretty happy about. But now we gotta make a train for Domerin. So let's do it. Now, I do really like this one or this one. That one's very similar to the one we have. Ooh, there's also this. I do like the idea of a more, like, old-timey style train for him. So I kind of am leaning towards this one. Hang on, though, because I know for sure I want this, this bench, I think. Or these. So we have this one. But I really like the shape of this one. Eh? That looks pretty good. Peter's here. Hello. By the way, did Ghost give you that hug that day? Yes, I had to poke him a little bit. Hang on, we got 2 more hydrates to do. A one. A 2. I know, I'm assuming you mean over here. I know it's cut off a little bit, but there's nothing really, the only thing on that part of the screen is the menu. So I try to make sure that everything that you actually need to see is visible. So it's just a little bit, unfortunately, with the frame being the way it is, it's going to be very tiny. My level is there. Oh, they must have moved some of the elements of the UI, because you used to be able to see that. Hang on. I don't know. How is that? Did I create a gap at the bottom of the screen? How's that? Is that better? Yeah, I didn't realize that. I think they must have changed, because I know they pushed down some elements of the UI, so they must have moved that. Thank you, Pi, for letting me know. Should be better adjusted. It still cuts off a little bit. My mouse will still go over further than you can see, but you should at least be able to see the important stuff now. Let's see. What does that change? So we don't want to change that. I do want to change... Ooh. I don't want to change that either. I want to change the curtains. There we go. Like that, and then... Ooh, I kind of really like that. Lighten it up a little. I really like it dark like that. And then this is like the accent color. Kind of maybe liked that the way it was. I wish you could reset one of the colors and keep the other ones, but... I kind of like that. Glad you got the hug, though, although I had to do some poking. Yes, when stream ended, I said, was there something you were supposed to give me? And then I got a very large hug. Don't be sorry at all, Pi. You are totally Gucci. Old-timey. You say old-timey and Peter appears. Good to know. Peter, are you feeling better today? Did you get some rest? Are you feeling more relaxed? Are you feeling more coherent like a normal human being? I think this is the table we have in the other one, but it is like the fanciest one. Although I kind of like the steampunk look. I do think the steampunk look goes really well with the rest of this. Ooh, that's the metal. Okay. This one's hard to do because the shade. So that's that one. Try and get that to match. That color. That's close. That's close. That looks pretty good. Okay. And then this one. Could lighten that up a bit. Ooh, no. Definitely no. I think we're gonna go with that. Leaking from my nose and eyes and it's miserable. My nose keeps getting that super intense. I'm a sneeze, but it never does. I sneezed so many times yesterday. I feel rotten. I'm still sick. I had a dentist this morning and I had to add injury to another injury. Oh no, Peter, if you're so sick, I'm surprised they took you at the dentist. But I hope you get some rest today. I hope you get some rest today and I hope you feel better. Now this is challenging because I don't know if any of these are very Domerin-y. He would not have this. 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 Even the streamers, I think, are very not him. So we might have to just leave it like that. Undecorated. Ooh. Ooh, that looks really good. There's also that. We could change the color, but I really like that. And since we don't have a pattern on the wall this time, that looks really good too. But since we don't have a pattern on the wall this time, we can definitely have... Now, I'm gonna guess that's that color. So we might leave that. It's a pretty good fit. It's a pretty good fit. Darken it up a bit. But I honestly think... That's pretty good. And then I'm assuming this is the color of the wood. Yeah. Yes. I'm trying to match that color. That's a pretty good fit. So there we go. I think this is gonna be Domerin's train. I'm tempted to go duffel bag, but I think he would have a bag probably exactly like this. Poor guy was the kind who sounds miserable when he can't get technology to do what he wants. I mean, I do know that feeling, though. Megan getting excited about the wood. Listen, okay? I have an appreciation for colors matching. So I think that's gonna be it. And of course, it's Domerin, so he has to have his rainbow mug. Ooh, or the spicy ramen. Rainbow mug or spicy ramen. He would have either. La la. Like, he sounds like he'll cry because he had to ask for help. Oh no! Well, I hope you were able to get the technology working for him. How are you today? I am doing pretty good. I guess I can have one Megan secret for you. It's not really a huge secret. I talked about it on Ghost Stream last night. But the pre-order for the next book in Everyone's Child, Anyone's Crazy Aunt, is live. You can go check it out there. Hang on. Is this showing something that I don't want it to show? Yes. As a matter of fact, it is. Is there a way for me to not show that part of my screen? Can I scroll? There we go. I don't want Amazon to show my address. There you go. There's the finished cover. This is live on Amazon. Just posted this last night. The book is actually coming out on Sunday, although all of the press information will go out on Monday. Well, thank you. I made that. It looks very different from the way it looked on stream. I changed it a lot. I cleaned it up quite a bit, made it a bit less busy, brought the colors out a bit, and added all these super cool magic effects, as well as, you can barely see them at this size, some runes here on the sides of the rock. So, yeah, that's the only thing, almost like a secret, that I have that went live last night. This morning I got the email letting me know that it was live. So there we go. I'm doing pretty good. It was rough getting that out the door, but it's out the door now. Now we should be able to wardrobe preset 2. There we go. There's Domerin hanging out with his orange cat and his spicy ramen. So let's see who... Are we doing a launch party? I mean, I will send out a newsletter. I really should do launch parties, but I release a book every other month. I should do more. I should celebrate. I kind of just push them out into the world and don't do much else. And I really should. Sad like the new kitty Orson, who will just sit at the door for hours because he knows the porch is safe. Is he sad, though? He's getting over his fear of us. He's had humans be mean to him before. Well, I'm glad that he's giving you guys a chance. Well, I will take that into consideration, Peter. I often hear a sweet melody on quiet afternoons as I look out across the balcony at the clouds. So that we probably have to be outside for. I used to have trouble sleeping on trains. I used to have trouble sleeping on night trains until I found a cozy spot inside the train and started counting sheep as the fields rolled by. So it has to be night. It has to be sleepy time. This is a thing that Domerin is actually good at, would be sleeping on trains. We will hang out with our new spirit that we unlocked yesterday. This sweet little boy here. Ooh. I do like this skin for him. Okay. I think we need to be in... Oops. I think we need to be here. Hell yeah, we do! And this should unlock a spirit. We'll do the outside of Domerin's train next, so that we can hang out and unlock the other spirit out there. He shrinks away from pets unless you just get there and start petting him, and then he's okay. Aw, this is fine. Yeah, it sounds like he just needs some time to acclimate. I'm glad he has people looking out for him who he can trust to be good to him. I'm going to slow down the train speed slightly, because that is giving me a tiny bit of whiplash there. There we go. A nice, soothing train ride. Today we are working on the My Little Domerin fic, which means I need to freeze the animations for a second so that I can open a proper document. We are on Act 2. of episode 2. Which I did do some setup for. One more freeze here while I open a photo. I did do some setup for in the last one. So I know what I want to write. I did go back through these this morning to calculate the word counts, and each of them has been a little over 4,000 words long, which is kind of high end of what I like to have a writing prompt for the blog be. I kind of prefer if they're a little bit shorter than that, but they have been consistent, so there is that. So we're going to get started with the clicky clackies. Like yesterday, I think we're going to stick to the same, so 30 minutes sprints, 15-minute breaks, and we're going to have 3 of those. Next chapter of my work in progress, I get to have the couple to be being cute. Oh, hell yeah. I've been contemplating the notion of being sick and where it fits into life. I'm unhappy with this experience. I mean, you're not really supposed to be happy with being sick. You get sick because an invader, a foreign invader, has infiltrated your body and is trying to do bad things to your body. And your body's like, hell no, we don't appreciate this. And it musters the troops and it goes to war. And unfortunately, as a result of you going to war, you feel icky, you feel gross, but all of those things that happen when you're sick are happening so that your body can fight this invader. It's not a good experience. But hopefully those troops will fight that invader off and you'll get to start feeling good again soon. I hate to say it, Peter, but you were at so many festivals last month, or this past month, it probably followed you home from one of them, sadly. Sometimes it feels super personal. I mean, it does happen to all of us at some point in time, except I try to avoid it by not letting people breathe on me, or leaving the house, or being in the same room with other people. I live in a plastic bubble, is what I'm saying. I'm exaggerating slightly. Peter, please do get some rest. I'm going to take a quick break. As per usual, this will be our pre-work break. So when I get back, we're going to go pretty swiftly into Clicky Clacks. Let me shift that just a little bit more over so it's going to be fully in the frame. So when I get back, we will move swiftly on to Clicky Clacks for our first sprinty sprint of the day. And we'll see how much more this monster grows by. I will be right back. Third time's a charm. I may have hit the wrong button twice there. I'm back! Welcome, Blur the Fluffy Cheetah. I hope you are doing well. There's a thing called fringe flu, which is where everyone is so all over each other in such close proximity that flus and viruses spread like wildfire. Yes, every con has a con flu or con sickness of some kind, so I'm not surprised. Haven't gotten it in the last year or so, but it had me big time this year. Hopefully, Peter, once it has time to rip through you, you will start to feel better. I was losing what little is left of my mind. No, I just hit the wrong button, and when I tried to correct, I hit the wrong button again. Good job, me. Alright, we have got a new spirit in the process of unlocking. Well, we've got Domerin Sleepy Time here on the train. I can see there's a little bit of clipping here with the curtains that they haven't fixed yet. So we'll just kind of live with that for now. Sorry. Sorry, I just needed to check my Discord there for a second. I need an opening sentence. That's one thing I didn't do. Work for the train lady intensifies. Listen. Willow. Her name is Willow. Listen, you guys, okay? When you're working for the train, sometimes things happen, okay? As soon as I can kickstart my brain into thinking of a first sentence, we'll get this sprinty spront started. Oh my god, Peter. Last night on Winds of Chaos, Whiff was doing the recap, and all the orcs in the Winds of Chaos have Scottish accents, but Wolf doesn't feel confident that he can do a Scottish accent, so he just said what the orc said normally, and then he was like, insert Scottish accent here. It was so funny. Alright. Now, where did I stop? I need to go back and read a couple sentences here. All these characters are ponies. It's just hitting me again that all of my main characters for this are ponies. I feel like y'all were a lot more comfortable doing British accents until someone from the UK rocked up and was like, oh please Jesus no. I feel like Wolf also said he doesn't like his British accent, so I don't know how true that is. But Scottish is hard. I feel like Scottish is harder. I don't feel confident enough to do a Scottish accent either. Ghost is really good at it, I think. But I don't think I could do anything passable. I can do a really bad, like, British accent, but I don't think I could do... I don't think I can move my tongue properly to do Scottish. Scottish is really hard. You've heard my accent. I can't even do it. I think if you're not a native speaker to the region, the way that you move your mouth to produce those sounds is alien. It takes practice. It takes a lot of practice. Alright, I have decided how I'm going to start this scene, so let's get this party going. Guys, it's time for clicky clacks. I get really Scottish when I get angry and shouty. 2 hours ago, I sent Ghost a text saying, hey, do you need meat thawed from the freezer? Because there's hamburger buns sitting on the counter and all of the fixins for hamburgers in the fridge, but he forgot to take the meat out. So he just messaged me to be like, yeah. And I was like, no worries. I took it out 2 hours ago and I texted you. Wife level high. I don't know what word I just tried to type, but that was an abomination. I'm glad nobody can see that. hang on. Oh, I need to type like 2 more sentences. I did it. 1776, 1776. Something happened that year. 1776 words in that first sprint. I got in the zone, you guys. I got in the zone. We got a save alert. I am hitting the save button. We gotta hydrate. Angry tea noises. Oh, we still didn't get our spirit. So let's start with a break. Because I want to start building the outside of our train, but I don't know if that will disrupt our summoning of this spirit. So let me take a quick break and see if the spirit arrives while I am in the restroom. So I will be right back. Remember to get up, move around, grab yourself something to eat or drink. I'll be right back. hit the right button this time. Alright, we still have not unlocked this spirit. Oh, he leaves his little eyes open sometimes. But we're gonna try to put together a outside. And hopefully it won't disturb us trying to awaken this spirit while we work on it. But we'll see. Ooh, that's the one I have on my train. Which I do like. I feel like that one's funny. I feel like I might go with this one. That would be a very Domerin choice. Actually. Railing. This is hard because I need to be able to see the brake timer, but also I need it out of my way. I like that. Oh, this is hard to do at night because I can't see very well. Hang on. We might have to slightly disrupt the drawing of this spirit because I can't see. Can't see what I'm choosing. I do hope they'll separate out some of these elements in the future so that you can mix and match a little bit more. But we will see. Ew, that does it too. Interesting. Ooh, big no there. Okay, so I want to do like a... I have a big plate of spaghetti and plant IKEA meatballs and that weird meatball brown sauce they have. Is that what you're having for food time, Peter? Something like that. Very bright. Ooh, that's very orange. That's very orange. Okay. Kind of like that. Ooh, okay. Interesting. Oh, I'm trying to make those look gold, and it's just not... It's just not happening. That looks a little more goldy. If I... Whoops. If I change... I have trouble with stuff that looks like carpeting outside. This is big time food time? Heck yeah. Peter, if you're full, that means you get to save the rest and have it another time. Maybe we just do like a... kind of like... kind of like that. We might be able to make it night again now. I feel like I was gonna go with this one. The black and red is sort of the theme for Domerin, really. Ooh, I like that too. I'm tempted by both of these things. I don't think you can have... They don't have a ton of... Ooh, you can have a lantern on a barrel. So they don't have a ton of accessory options yet. Good luck, Sardonisms! Thank you for hanging out! Because again, I don't think Domerin would have, like, any of these cool lights. But he might have the lanterns. I do like that. I also like that. And I kind of like how silly that is. I wonder if you can... Hang on. Ugh! Pause the timer, because I can't see the timer right now. I wonder if I can make that... that same, like, muted gold. I could. I shall. I shall do. Alright. We still need to do accessories, but I think we'll do those. I think we'll do those next. Next sprinty spront. If you can't see the timer can't see you. Very true. Alright, we got a stretch to do. We got a stretch from Blur that we never did. Heck yeah. I was hoping we would get this spirit so that we could start working on unlocking another one, but that's okay. Had to turn off the night for a hot minute so I could see what I was doing. Okay. I have come up with a first line again so that we won't... Oh! Ah! We did it! Ah! Timer fuck off. yeah! Boo sheep! Hell yeah. It's a sheep shoop. It is. It's a sheep shoop. These fluffy sheep spirits are easily found peppered throughout the long stretches of fields between towns. Why did my computer just do a thing? Don't do a thing. How about? I don't want that. These fluffy sheep spirits are easily found peppered throughout the long stretches of fields between towns. But spotting one that's awake is a whole other story. Boo sheep are known to be incredibly docile and sleepy, slumbering for upwards of 20 hours a day. They love to plop down in warm, sunny spots in the countryside where there's little to no shade and nap there for days on end. It's doing it again. That is my computer's doing something in the background, and I don't like it. Stop doing things in the background. I don't like it. Don't like this mystery thing that my computer is doing in the background. Not trying to update. Maybe Adobe might be running something. I get paranoid about things that my computer does. Anyway, they love to plop down in warm, sunny spots in the countryside where there's little to no shade and nap there for days on end. In fact, they move so little that moss and flowers gradually grow over its fleece, giving them a fuzzy, grassy coat that's great for resting your head on. The reason boo sheep doze off so much is that their puffy coats produce magical spores with sleep-inducing magic that even they themselves aren't immune to. Since learning this, boo sheep wool has become a popular material for making blankets and pajamas out of. Damn, get me some of that. But if you're experiencing insomnia instead, consider adopting a boo sheep companion. They love having friends to nap alongside and take great pride in helping others sleep more comfortably. The warm greens and golds of the sun moss fields countryside have a magic of their own, captivating you with daydreams of simpler times and simpler lives. Those who yearn for a less hectic lifestyle often move to one of the rural towns that are scattered throughout the long stretches between urban areas. Farmers, artists, craftspeople, and plenty of spirit companions stay to enjoy the quaint comforts of this more secluded lifestyle. City folk eagerly look forward to all sorts of organic foods, lovingly handcrafted goods, and one-of-a-kind art pieces brought to sell at the weekly markets and fairs throughout town. Boo sheep! Alright, so now I often hear a sweet melody on quiet afternoons as I look across the balcony at the clouds. So we need to go outside and we need to look. And we need it to be afternoon. Afternoon? Afternoon. At the clouds. So we need it to be this. Okay. Okay. It sounds almost like wind chimes. Wind chimes. I'm gonna keep them low because this is the kind of sound that I would find distracting, but there we go. I need a boo sheep. Yes, me too. Oops. We want to go wardrobe, spirit companion. Oh, look at this little cootie. Look at this little cootie. Okay. Woof. Welcome in. This is our new Busheep friend. This is also Domerin's train that we built for Domerin. I kind of like that one. Although I do really like the default skin for this guy too. It's very cute. These guys, they did a good job of making them look super cute and fluffy. Like, I do want to lay my head on one of these and take a nap. I do want to lay my head on one of these guys and take a nap. Oh, I didn't even notice the top of that was red too. Interesting. Aww. Okay. So we're working on getting whoever this boy is. Cheers, the mad lad. All right. Small delay in starting our second sprint here, but let's do it. Alright, we are on Domerin's train, and we are about to go through the clouds. Woof, how's it going, my friend? What is up? Are you home from work for the day? Is this your afternoon work from home? I do feel like I need to speed up the train for this map, because otherwise it seems like you don't move at all. It's a very slow one. Oh, I do not like those chimes. Gotta lurk! No worries, Wolf. Enjoy your lurk. Welcome to Domerin's train. That that meeting could have been an email. Well, I'm sorry to hear that, but I'm glad it's over. There are so many times Ghost Pepper comes home from work and is like, that meeting could have been an email. Cheers, pie. A 1. And a 2. Whoops. My fingers just continued to produce the funniest things today. I just almost typed spurker. I don't know what that's supposed to be, but I wanted to type speaker. Oops. That is a question. Mystery Mochi, hello, hello. How's it going, my friends? Your computer got excited when you said peppered. I don't want it to get excited. quiet hello. Hope you're having a great day. Worked a half day today, so now I'm chilling, eating lunch, and maybe gonna run some errands soon. Well, Vinyl. Oh, I see you also may have been gifted a Dodger sub during her subathon. Unless you subscribe organically. Welcome in. A quiet hello to you too. Enjoy your chill vibes and your lunch. And good luck with your errands if you end up running them. It's good to see you. I hope work post-move proceeds according to plan. I'm one of the lucky gifted subs. Same! I do lurk on and off in her streams, so I was the lucky recipient of a gifted sub yesterday. I also love her new, I guess she unveiled a new VTuber model this week, and I do love it. It is cute and chaos. It makes me want one, but I don't know that I have the money for a VTuber model. Oh no, the timer timered, but I wasn't ready. Alright, that is 2 scenes finished, which brings us to 3,454 words. I am gonna mash that save button. Thank you, Blur. Fun day. Hello, hello. How's it going? Yeah, I've heard that. I've heard that. Like if you do like a GIF one, that's just like one or two, like poses. They're not that bad, but the actual like models that like track your movements and like move with you and stuff, those I think are quite pricey because they have to be programmed. Cheers, Blur. A hydrate. Going good, getting ready for my birthday next week. Hell yeah, fun day. Any big plans for the birthday? So yeah, we are at 3,454 words for this installment. 2 scenes down, and I have one smaller scene that I want to write here, which might not take the whole sprint, but we will probably do a full sprint anyway. I wanted to, it sneezed. I wanted to do a last little bit of customization here. So we have the accessories. I can't really see those because they're behind him, so let's look at these, because they're the same, basically. I used the really fancy vases on my train, and I'm tempted to use them again. Although, we did use some of the steampunk stuff inside, so the steampunk thing might work too. Jack-o'-lanterns. So I do kind of like the idea of barrel. I do kind of like the idea of barrel or steampunk. I don't even think I'll change that. Although maybe I will. Okay, we definitely don't want to change that. That's the plant. Okay. Straighten that up ever so slightly, and then darken this one ever so slightly, maybe? Oof. Ooh, that doesn't look bad. That doesn't look bad. I like that, as a matter of fact. Let's do it. And then we could just have the exact same thing on the other side, which I'm tempted to do. Or we could have the flowers, or we could have a barrel. But I think I might just go, I need to remember what colors I made it. Was it that one? I think it was that one. There we go. They should look, you can't really tell right now, but they should look identical. And I think that's it. I think that's all the decor options. I am hoping that, oh, there's an accessory as well. I am hoping that they will add, we could go duffel bag for this one, but, you know. I am hoping that they will add, more customization options, like more accessories that you can have at various places. But I also hope that they switch some things out. Like, it would be cool if you could put any wallpaper on here, or if you could have your railings and your wall backs be different, and stuff like that. So it's possible they'll separate that stuff out later. They've definitely been doing like more customization options for the bedroom since they started releasing DLC. But this is pretty cool. It's pretty cool for now. Trying to see which of my friends are free for gaming. Some friends are gonna take me to lunch, and then I'm gonna DM a tabletop game. Hell yeah! Is it gonna be streamed fun day, or is it gonna be in person? Because while I do love streamed games, in-person tabletop games are the best and so much fun. Yeah, happy early birthday. I'm back. I didn't realize what time it was until I heard Zilva meowing at me through the door. Welcome back, Blur. Made a smoothie and forgot about it for so long it was just thick juice. Oh no, but I hope it still tasted delicious. I hope it still tasted delicious. Oh my goodness. Alright, I'm gonna take a quick break here because I need to use the restroom. Also, we need to do a stretch. So that's happening. It was still tasty? Heck yeah, that's the most important thing. I've done that before where I've put like tea onto steep and then walked into the kitchen like an hour later and been like, oh, that tea's gonna be super bitter. Don't know if I'm gonna stream it yet, but it's gonna be online. Some of my players live in Canada. Oh, well, hell yeah! Either way, it's gonna be a blast fun day. I hope you have tons of fun. I love that you can tabletop game over the internet now. Like, it's so hard to get a group of friends together in one time and place. So having the ability to do that online and use the online tools is such a lifesaver for situations like that. I mean, yeah, there's nothing that quite compares to getting all your friends around the table and having the snacks and shooting the shit, but it's still really fun to do it online. Get around the virtual table and have your snacks and shoot the shit. So have fun. Is this your first time DMing, or are you an experienced and seasoned GM? Either way, I'm sure it's going to be tons of fun. But it's special if it's your first time. I'm going to take a quick break. Like I said, I'm going to pause the timer. I'm going to pop AFK and use the restroom, and I will be right back. It's going to be my first time DMing using the system. It's going to be a Dune tabletop. I've heard of the Dune tabletop RPG, and it's so cool. But it's not my first time DMing, though funnily enough, this is my first time DMing was on my birthday. It's kind of a tradition for me to DM on my birthday, though I also like to be a player. Hell yeah! I have a standing invitation to go to the GM's house an hour away for Pathfinder, because everyone else is out of state but the GM and his wife. She and I just sit on the couch and have a game streaming to the TV. That's super cool. I work from home and my boyfriend got quiet fired. Oh no! So we don't leave the house much, so going over for Pathfinder is super healthy for me. Heck yeah! I have a friend who tends to come over on Fridays. She is an art teacher. She, like me, gets a lot of tunnel vision and focus on her projects, so a lot of times on Friday nights we will get together and not work. I got a text from Ghost. You knew I wanted to make burgers before I did. He bought all the stuff for them. He bought all the stuff for them. Of course he wanted to make burgers. Oh, husbands. Cape-Mon, sorry to have scared you. Oh my goodness. Look at our little cutie patootie. Well, Fun Day, please let us know how it goes with the Dune RPG, because I did, if it's the one I'm thinking of, I did see, High Rollers did a sponsored stream, where they, I don't want to say play tested, but they played the system. It was their first time playing, and they did a cool little story, where the GM actually gave each of the players a secret, so, like, they, as a group, had, like, their quest or whatever, and he gave each of the players a, like, secret, goal or a secret that they knew, like, a secret that they could use, they could integrate if they wanted to, and he made one of the players a betrayer, and he did so good with it. Like, he did so well with playing, with like, not giving it up too soon, and just, like, eventually revealing it and laying into it. Yes, it's the one High Rollers did! Oh, yes, you know exactly what I'm talking about. It's so good. Having read the Dune books, I really love what they've integrated into the RPG. I think they've done a really good job of capturing, like, the way that there's always, like, a political undercurrent to everything everybody does, and there's always, like, all these secrets and all these extra things happening. You're gonna have tons of fun. Please tell me you'll still be live for a while. We have one more sprint to do, Terrence. We are gonna be here for 30 more minutes. And then we will be wrapping up. Finished my digital read, and I'm not feeling my physical read, so I need to pick new stuff. Taryn, welcome in. How's it going? Also, kudos to you, Taryn, for guesting so many times on Winds of Chaos. Taryn won a guest spot. My brain needs me some Megan company. Well, I'm glad that I can accommodate you. Taryn won a guest spot on the Winds of Chaos, and as is typical from the Winds of Chaos peeps, it was supposed to be one session. She's now done 3. And she's scheduled for a 4th next week. It's not just me. It's not just me who's like, yeah, I'll do one, and then is there for a month and a half. Last time I was in a campaign with this GM, we had a time skip, and he passed each of us a little scene that happened during that time with information we could use. Ooh, that's super cool. I love that. I did that too. I have a campaign that's been on hold for like 2 years, but each of my characters came up with, like, their own kind of secret thing that they have going on in the background that they can share if they want to, or that they can kind of keep secret. And it's been really cool. We also did, like, a session 0 where everybody did little scenes where they had kind of connected with the other characters like in the past or over time to like establish connections. And that was super cool too, because Wolf and Collie's characters ended up hating each other for no real reason. And then, well, no, I shouldn't say that. Collie's character hates Wolf's character, but Wolf's character loves everybody. So Collie just has this like secret rivalry with Wolf's character. But then they had this really cool present in character moment where Collie's character had gotten a letter from his sister and it really knocked him like off guard. And so he kind of had this like heart to heart talk with the character he liked least. It was so good. It was so good. I'm so excited. I can't wait. I'm not looking forward to it ending. I mean, Taryn, you never know. You might get an extra week out of there yet still. Who knows? Who knows how long that's going to take. The windbags of chaos for a reason. But I'm glad you're having a blast. Everyone's enjoying Connor. I loved the little exchange where Foodle was like, take my hit points. And Connor was like, I don't want to. I don't want you to get hurt. And then they did like the slow down cut to inside Foodle's brain where V is like, cheerio, Pip Pip. Foodle's a backline fighter. It'll be fine. I just really loved that Connor is such a warrior and so warrior minded that he was like, I don't want to put somebody else in danger. I want to be the one in danger. And I was like, because most people just are like, oh yeah, mechanically I'd love to have more hit points, but I love it when people are like, but would my character do that? Especially not the one he wants to bone. Feudal was very impressed with Connor's hammer. I couldn't help but notice. There was definitely some swooning. Alright. We are into the sprint. We have not gotten the last spirit, this new spirit yet, but I'll keep an eye on it. I might pause the sprint if we get the spirit so that we can unlock them and check them out. I am going to sneeze. Creative One, welcome in! Sorry. I know I popped to AFK to blow my nose, but I could feel the sniffles coming on. I still might not have fully diverted the sneeze, but I've tried. I've tried my best. Work shall be working again today. Nice and slow. Fingers and toes crossed, and good luck to you, Creative One. My mother-in-law is traveling to Europe, and yet somehow I'm about to have more contact with her than I ever have because I agreed to watch her cats. You don't sound totally thrilled about that, Taryn. But I hope the kitties don't give you trouble. Our spirit is here. Let me get to a stopping point. Alright, we'll pause the sprint. Cat's thrilled. Mother-in-law, meh. Fair. I love kitties, and since my household is allergic, I'll take whatever various kitty time I can get. I feel you. Hang on, let's hide the timer. What? Who's this cutie patootie? Willody! These serene sky dwellers glide through the air, emanating gentle music for all to enjoy from miles away. Their whale song doesn't come from their throats, but from the wind vibrating through the openings scattered across their mostly hollow bodies. Describing my first time hearing it in these pages won't do it justice. It was like a lingering feeling of wanderlust and nostalgia for places I've never even seen before. Wailodies instinctively gather towards others with complementary pitches to create beautiful chords as they flock together, which has coined the term a harmony to describe a group of them. Funnily, it's the larger Wailodie who tend to be the most intimidated by cities and crowds. I suppose because land life seems so inaccessible to them, whereas smaller ones sometimes break off from their harmonies to live amongst us with wide-eyed curiosity. Getting a window seat on the train is a must if you'll be passing through this region, since the Cloud District's vistas are incomparably breathtaking. During the day, sunbeams dance off the billowing clouds to trace golden halos against the blues, pinks, and oranges of the horizon sky. Make sure to plan your trip in advance, since train tickets book up extra fast during Wailodie migration season. What a cutie patootie! What? He's so cute! Oh, I really like that one. I like that they included lore for, like, Spirit City itself as well as The spirits. I think that's super cool. I like that one too. I don't usually like yellow. Oh, I really like that one. This boy is too cute. This boy is too... Oh, look at that! Oh, he's like cracked. Look at that. Oh, so interesting. Well, we gotta get the blue one. We gotta get the blue one. I don't think we'll start on a new spirit because we won't have time to unlock another one. And I think we have to start hanging out with other spirits to get them. So we won't start a new spirit today. We'll start this boy tomorrow. But let's do some stuff. Oh, he reads a book. My dude. My dude. Too cute. Oh my god! Oh my god! Alright, well, that's the one. That's the one, you guys! He looks like an ocarina. He does! Oh my god, this is too cute. Oh, okay. Let's do a map that we haven't done before as well. Let's do the island. Let's do the island map. I can't believe how fucking adorable this little boy is. Look at him. He's so happy just slapping that game controller. Oh yeah, let me turn off the chimes because I really don't like them. If I was going the route of Song Scheme, Animal Makery, Ocarina would absolutely be a contender. This is so cute, you guys. I like that they, like, when they sit down to do these designs, they're clearly like, how would something this shape use a game console? I did the gaming with the Pidgey boy after stream yesterday, and he like pecks at the game screen, which is just so freaking cute. And the otter puts everything on his tummy to do everything. So I love that they're just like, okay, the whale is just gonna go sideways and slap that controller like there's no tomorrow. And it's so cute. All right. All right, sweet boy. Let's continue. Let's continue the sprint. I also love, I think I'm gonna have to buy all of his skins because I love them all. They're so good. Oh yeah, we can also, because I really like the way this background responds in the evening. Too cute. Too flippin' cute. I was thinking there was an otter. Yes, there is an otter-based spirit. I've been idea making for Shapes game and not songs and sounds, like a Paper Mario idea, but cute animals. Oh, I like that. Ottergon may have been a thought yesterday. Main character is Platypus. I love that. A platypus. That sounds adorable. We've crossed the 4,000 mark, and as we've established, most of these are 4,000 words. What's that in the background? There's like some weird, cool cave. Oh, Domerin's looking at him. Domerin's hair's in the way. What is that? What is that thing? Ooh, I can leave it like that. I kind of like that. What is that? That's so cool. Yeah, it does look like a Skull Island, doesn't it? That's super cool. Okay, there's a lot of like one last glances over the shoulder, but this is never gonna be edited, so it is what it is. Alright, that is scene 3. Scene 3 was only 837 words, but that's fine. It doesn't need to be more. It's just a little cap for this two-parter first episode. That brings us to the end of today's writing with 4,294 words. And that brings us to the end of episode 2. So we're essentially 4 chapters deep into this fanfic. So there we go. We are going to let the timer run here to its conclusion. No worries there. Meanwhile, while it is finishing up, I will look for somebody to raid. My wrists are acting up, but I want to write. Oh, sardonisms. Do you get nerve pinches in your wrists? Is that what's happening? Because you can always try icing them to see if that helps. But it is tough. I get. I'm not having a bad day yet today. I might feel it this afternoon after I write some more. But I have days where if I type too much, my nerves start to pinch, either in my wrist or my elbow. And icing helps. Oh, I don't know if icing would help then. Icing helps a little bit, but I still have to like rest them in order to actually make a difference. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that, sardonisms. I don't know much about that, though, so I can't be super helpful. Let's see. Who is doing what stuff? Joe is still streaming, this mad lad. How much time is left on his timer? Oh, he's down to single-digit hours. Well, well, well. Who's doing productivity? Ooh, JC Boom is on. Wordy Girl's got an affiliate anniversary going on. Maybe we'll pop over there. Although I wonder if she's going to wrap up. She's been going for 5.5 hours. just love looking at my spam folder. Kind of accustomed to ignoring it and just doing the thing anyway. Well, just don't push too hard, okay? Sardonisms, take care of yourself, because you're important. Cheers, fun day. Oh, the timer ended. Alright, I think we're gonna go say hi to Curio. They are doing some art at the moment. And it looks like they just got started, so they'll be going for a while. If you're looking for more of me, I will be back tomorrow morning, 10:30 a.m. PST. We'll be doing more edits tomorrow, so the same thing we were doing yesterday, working on Everyone's Child Book 5, the penultimate book in that series. And we will start working on unlocking some of these spirits that you need to hang out with different people to unlock. We'll start with this little flutter frog angler looking thing, and we might skip around after that. Who knows? We'll look. We'll see. I'm definitely excited about the chapter pillar, so we will find out. So we'll be doing that tomorrow. I will, as I said, endeavor not to unlock more stuff or explore more of the new content off stream. I do hang out with the spirits that I've unlocked, but I will try not to unlock anything new. We'll have to do Willow's kitchen before we do Willow's train, because we only just done Willow's house, and we never even finished Willow's sprite, so we might need to do that as well. But check me out tomorrow morning, 10:30 a.m. PST. We will be doing more productivity, and then if you're looking for more of me before next week, you can find me over on It's Woof stream on Saturday nights at 7:30 p.m. PST. For now, let's get the raid going. Mad Lad, so glad to have you hanging out with us again. I hope you got many things done during productivity today. As usual, thank you all for hanging out. I appreciate the heck out of you. It's so nice to be able to spend my work time with you guys. I hope that everyone got their daily fulfillment of me. Too much of me, I think, would not be good. Thank you guys for hanging out. I hope you all have a fabulous, relaxing, and productive, because it should be both, rest of your day. And you guys are just great. I'm gonna spend at least the next 10 seconds talking about how great you guys are, because honestly, none of this would happen. The clicky clacks might, but none of the rest of this would happen without you guys. So thank you guys for always showing up, for always hanging out, for always contributing. I love you guys. You're amazing. I'm blessed to have you all in my life. The FDA recommends 2 to 3 hours of Megan 3 times a week. Perfect. Everybody, take care of yourselves. Remember to eat, to sleep, to drink, to get up and move around from time to time. And don't beat yourselves up if things don't go the way that you want them to. I have been working on that one a lot lately. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Take care. Mwah.